Well, seems to me Satan's birthday is coming around. How interesting. And today's the 30th. This is a perfect time to discuss the subject that is being included for today's video. This video was supposed to be done since last Sunday, but never took place. The father changed his mind and decided to really push away from it for quite a while. So right now he really wants to go forward with this one. And I say, let's go with it. Why not? So let me go ahead and give you guys what I've learned so far out of everything that's ever happened when it comes to me. And what I learned so far about every single fallen angel. Now, let's make one thing clear. My eyes on how I see these guys, I don't see them any different right now. And personally, I see only one thing that comes into mind, and as the spiritual realm does hear as I speak this, because they're all basically connected to all of our voices when they hear us talk. Let's make that clear. So if you're talking about something, if you're Marcus Rogers, if you're talking about something, the devil is already hearing you talk about it, and he'll find ways to use it against you next. That's just how they work. If you're another YouTuber who's a preacher, they're hearing you. If you're a woman that's preaching the words of God, they're hearing you. The devil has ears all over the place. They have ways to listen. Just understand that, and I hope you remember that. All right. But the topic I want to bring up, and it's definitely up to the Father. I want him to control every word that really comes out of me. Not many of you guys out there don't understand this, but are you aware that the spiritual realm has no law at all, right? But did you also know too that everything that's going on in the spiritual realm, from demons to devils, they're all divided. So technically, everyone in the spiritual realm doesn't know all of them. If you would have spoken to someone in the spiritual realm, they're going to tell you they either know them or they don't, or maybe they know something about the person. I've know someone who is possessed, and I speak to this person. Now, keep in mind, there are some who are not as bad as you think once you get to know them. And this is just my opinion. For those out there, needs to understand, most of these demons, or if you want to call them, rebelled. Let's put it that way. Those who have rebelled, some are really hating, disrespecting. That's only a handful of them. The other half, there are some that want to get away from all this. Actually, that's the word I'm trying to look for. I know some are probably looking at it as, oh, then why does the others do bad things? The devil, in this case, she devil, Satan is a she. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's why I say, ask the Father who Satan really is. You got to ask those big questions. Because some of us need to know the truth, anyways. One thing's for sure is that the ones that you guys are talking about, then why does the others hurt people? Because the devil, the devil herself, she devil, she actually has a couple of people who they consider the changers, the ones that want to do the change. If there's something they don't like, they will be summoned and sent. So they're called the changers. And these changers are the ones that are the violent ones that will send to do harm to people or kill somebody. So these are the ones who are hired guns to really do the damage. That's just what they are. There are also other ones who are spies, of course. We all know this. Once you get to know everything, you'll be surprised on what you learn out of all this. Things that you would never learn from the Bible. But what I do know is the spiritual realm is all divided. There is no law. And that is mainly why they want to bring that lawless into our world. All right? It's because of that. Spiritual realm is definitely is just like a desert. It has doesn't really show that much. Everyone is just doing their own thing. And how I found this out is the fact that I know I speak to what I speak to. And he made it clear, like, hey, they have no choice but be truthful about this too. Keep that in mind. They just say, yeah, there's no rule. Everyone's gotta be apart because no one hardly, this and that. I guess is one way no one likes each other. Everyone hates each other. And he agreed, like, yeah, it's because it's true. There's no rules. Everyone's always gonna be getting away with something. So really, if you are really eager to learn the truth about how these devils and demons really live, you'd be surprised what else you're gonna be learning about these guys. And now I'm not saying that you should just do what I'm doing and hang out with some. I ain't saying that. Next time when you are casting out demons or devils, ask questions. Ask these random questions that only they would know and answer. But I can guarantee you when I say this, not every demon knows everyone. If you ask, do you know this goddess? Or do you know this Egyptian god? Or do you know this Greek god? The only answer they're going to give you is they only introduce me to someone who they want me to meet. Basically saying, I'm only I only know the ones they introduce me to who I meet. So technically they don't know everyone. And the only way from what I've learned too, if you start getting names, apparently from what I've heard, anyone who gives you their name, if he's a devil or a demon and they give you their true name, they're the ones that are considered to be truth tellers. They're the ones who would tell you the truth if you're trying to find something out about anything around them. Other than that, they are who they are. And it's true. And we heard many names out there that are being delivered to the world. You see police officers come across the mighty, and then you got what is one of the other guys that cast this one out? Legion. You got many names out there. Right now, maybe it's time you guys ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask random questions to these demons and devils that you cast out. Only they know an answer you might want to get curious about. That's what I'm doing these days. And believe me, I got more of it. It's like the Father tells me, in order to know the enemy, you have to be the enemy sometimes. But when the Father says that to me, he's not trying to say become them. You had to live around them in order to understand them. I guess that's basically saying you need to get to know these guys to know before you judge first. The Bible delivers what it says about these guys. I was talking about one of these things about Azazel, one of the Watchers, and he gave me a straight answer that everything about what I said about Azazel being a scientist by mind, him doing experiments, apparently it's just writing. None of it is true. There's more to him that no one doesn't know about. So you really need to think about these things that you're seeing in the Bible. How do you know if it's even true about it? Remember that as I speak these words. And I know there's more truth out there that we need to know, especially as chosen ones. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Just always remember that. As chosen ones, I think we need to understand this whole situation, even if it gets ugly because what goes on and what they do. We need to ask random questions. If we're going to cast out demons or devils, make sure you ask that one question you always want to know. All right, just remember that. But anyways, I just wanted to post this, and I hope you guys find this very interesting. May God be with you guys in Jesus Christ's name, and I hope you guys have a safe one and blessed. Amen.